back to the Spotlight and Reviewing Station, my fellow AEW wrestling fans, and here we have the next entry in the Unrivaled Series 3. This is Orange Cassidy, here to shine the spotlight a little bit with some of his orange goodness. But before we take a look at the action figure, we're going to take a look at his packaging to kick things off here as we do on this channel. We have a lovely picture of Orange Cassidy not really giving a care, you know, the sloth man himself, with his iconic t-shirt, which this figure does come with. More details on that in just a moment. Unrivaled Collection, ages 8 and up. We've got number 21 of the entire series run so far. Orange Cassidy in that nice gold foil. AEW All Elite Wrestling. Gold foil all around the packaging, and you will see that it is dented up. That's the way it came. Received from... Yeah, you guessed it, the United States Postal Service. Whoa. Anyway, AEW, that's about it. We'll flip it to the back now. And here we've got Orange Cassidy giving the slight thumbs up as he does. Very iconic. OC, Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy, his appearance on Dynamite back in 2020. Jacksonville, Florida. Right. And then, of course, here are the other figures available in this series. It would have been nice if they would actually promote the figures themselves rather than the characters' images, but I get it. I understand why they do it. It's fine. Anyway, there should be a tease of what's to come later on. Watch AEW Dynamite on TNT Wednesday night at 8. Still running with this new light system here that's behind the camera. So hopefully it's making this figure pop as it should. He's Orange Cassidy. He shines in everything. In every spotlight he's in. This guy is very famous and he doesn't really do much. Yeah. Nowadays he does do a lot, but earlier in his career on AEW, the guy would just, you know, walk around, have his hands in his pockets like this action figure can actually do for that iconic moment. You know, at first I didn't like him, but after a while you get used to somebody and then you're like, well, this guy isn't bad, and hey, he's pretty cool. Alright, I really dig him and his sloth goodness. The guy really is a sloth. I mean, he's very slow at everything, except for when he really gets in that moment, when he really has the urge to want to beat the crap out of you with his famous orange punch. Everybody loves the guy. I love the guy now. Can't get enough of Orange Cassidy. He's giving you that slight thumbs up, by the way, and that is not the hand that he is originally packaged with, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken. And I threw the package away, so I really can't show you anyway. But, you know, for what it is, you know, pretty cool. And I like the feature that this figure does have. Like I said earlier, or a few times in this video now, yes, you can put his hands in his pockets, but they have to be those flat hands. The ones that are pretty useless unless you want to slap somebody. I mean, you could slap, slap, slap. But, yeah, they're nicely sculpted. As I'll just go ahead and show off the alternate hands real quickly. It comes with 3 additional ones. 2, of course, the figure comes originally packaged with. But yeah, it's a total of 5 hands that the figure has. Open hands, which are right here, which I prefer for my figures that come with accessories. And that's really it, unless you want to say, hey, let's take the glasses off and see that nice look for those bright eyes underneath. And yeah, I think they nailed the likeness of Orange Cassidy pretty good. And yes, in case you didn't know, yeah, these glasses are actually removable. They're not clean, I will be honest here. The paint job on these are a bit sloppy on my release. Your results could be different, but gold paint for the trim all around on the frames of the glasses themselves. And then, of course, the glasses themselves are painted up in a nice glossy black, which does reflect very nicely in the light. It's beautiful. And then, of course, we'll take a good look at Mr. Cassidy himself here. Yeah, they nailed him. He looks really good. From that slight facial beard that he's got to the very swooshed over hair design, which is pretty cool. And then, of course, he's got that, I don't want to say it's a derpy look because that wouldn't be right. But yeah, he's got that, like, yeah, I don't really care look, which is what he's commonly known for. They don't actually tab in anywhere on the sides. There's no pegs on the glasses themselves, so they actually do grip the ears, which is nice, but there's also seems to be a little bit of a a catch here at the front, right around the eyebrow section. Sometimes they kind of get like fused to the plastic. It's hard to explain, but it's like a minor glue thing, but it's not. They just really don't want to budge, which is I'm cool with, because I don't want to lose them anyway. They're a nice accessory, and it would just ruin the figure. Yes, the entire upper section of the figure here does sport some nice soft goods material for his jacket and shirt here, which again, as I mentioned earlier, we do have that iconic Orange Cassidy t-shirt, which is pretty cool. You can see the stitching for it, the stitching all around on his jacket here, which, yeah, you know, for a small scaled figure here, you can see that it is pretty obvious that this is a print design here. And then of course here's his pants, which this side is supposed to be like ripped if I'm not mistaken, and they kind of got away with it because this is the knee joint here, but you know, it's fine, it's okay. It looks like the back of it is this is actually the molded color here to match with his pants, so the front portion of this is actually spray painted then. It looks like it, so yeah, you might want to be careful there. You don't want to chip any of that away. And then we got a little black spot here. I'm not so sure what happened here. Maybe it's part of his design. Maybe there is a cut or a hole around this section of his pants. But maybe it could also be just a, whatever they did. If they sprayed it or if they did some brush-on painting here and then just somebody slipped and whoop, got the other knee by mistake. It's possible. I don't know. Rubber portions of his pants. They are pretty soft, very forgiving when it comes to the range of movement. I mean, you can get him to kick a pretty good fair amount here. But as you can see, they do, you know, they restrict the displayable options that you have for the figure at his hips because they're not strong enough. The ball joints are not strong enough to keep his legs up in the air, especially with how tight this entire region is here because of these pants. I kind of wish Orange Cassidy had that option, like if he came with another set of legs that actually did not have the rubber portion here, which means you wouldn't be able to put his hands in his pockets, but you get a fully articulated lower section for this nice Orange Cassidy action figure. It's just something that they could probably do in the future. I'm giving them ideas here if they're actually watching this video. Anyway, other than that, last thing to show off is his dirty shoes here. I mean, they're clean from a certain area, but then when you see all this, I'm guessing, athletic tape wrapped around them, when was the last time he had these changed? Wow. Let's go ahead and go through the articulation on the guy. We've got a ball joint at the head, a hinge joint at the neck. We do have inward and outward movement here on the pin disc at the shoulders, which isn't restricted by the jacket. We've got full 360, but it is hindered because, obviously, the jacket. We've got a bicep swivel cut, double jointed elbows that does get more than 9 degrees of play, wrist rotation, hinge joint for inward and outward movement at the hands. We got an upper ball jointed torso section. We've also got a ball joint at the waist section. The legs, like I mentioned at the hips, they do have ball joints, but you're not going to get any play with them, unfortunately, so I'm not going to count any of this, but you can get a little bit of a split without it being restricted and pushing back, which is fine. And then you've got double jointed knees. I guess good range of play. We also have rotation down here right around the sock region, and then we've got a hinge joint for up and down movement. Also nice clicking here at the ankles, and you also have that ankle rocker. The first thing that you have to do is you have to take off the hands. Unfortunately, it's the only way you're going to get this jacket off. So, we'll go ahead and do that. And now we'll just peel back here because this is actually Velcroed together. Yes, the t-shirt is not a separate piece. It is actually sewn together with the jacket. Anyway, we'll go ahead and take this off now. 1, 2, there we go. Simple as that. And there you go. There's Orange Cassidy and what he looks like and how thin he is as well. He is not a well-built person, you know. He looks good. He looks a lot better than me, that's for sure. I'm what you call the slender type, like very slender. But this guy, he's got some mass to him. just not your standard pro wrestling stature. So anyway, we'll put some hands on him now. And there we go. Orange Cassidy. Looks great. Alright, so now that that's completely done, we'll go ahead and move all this out of the way here, because I'm sure you guys want to see what's next to come out of this, and that is the scale with the rest of the line so far. And by that I mean Series 3. So here's Pac, our very first figure that we reviewed out of this series. Series 3, of course. And then here's Rio, our AEW Women's Champ out of this line. And just to spoil it, here's what's to come next in our upcoming Spotlight review for AEW goodness, and that is Darby Allin. Yeah, let's get him a little closer on camera. There we go. And there you have it. That's pretty much going to end this video review. I mean, this is a great figure and a great line so far. Yeah, trial and error a couple of ways, but now we seem to be hitting the right spot here. Hopefully this will continue to grow, it will continue to progress and get so much better, it will strive for success, and it will find that success within a lot of pro wrestling collectors, whether or not you support AEW. I still think that these are some great figures, and Orange Cassidy is no exception. Minus the fact that he does limit in articulation because of the individual rubber pants that he's got here. The fact is, he really doesn't do much on TV as it is. Wrestles a couple of times, but really, he's the soft character. He's the one that doesn't really care what people think about him. But I'm sure he cares a lot about what people think of his action figure here. And I gotta say, he's one you definitely want to pick up. So go get him if you can. And if not, check out Ringside Collectibles and keep an eye out, because they are popping in and out here and there when it comes to stocking these figures up real quickly. So questions or comments, you know what to do. Hit it down below in the comment section of the video. If you like today's Spotlight review, hit the thumbs up button. Don't forget to give me a sub up. If you didn't enjoy it, hit the thumbs down. Don't forget to throw in the towel. And until next time, my friends, this is Reddish Power signing off, saying fare thee well, so long, goodbye, and get out. Thanks for watching.